Hey guys, so please ignore the mess behind me. I just moved into my new place and I kind of broke my bed frame coming here. It was already a little broken and so I have to wait for my new one to come, so I'm lacking in storage space right now. But I figured this would be a really good time to do a frequently asked questions video that regards all my diet, fitness, weight loss questions that I get asked all the time, since those are extremely popular videos for me. I've always been a little hesitant to do this video because people tend to be very dismissive of me. It's kind of like with the whole hair thing. A lot of people are just like, oh, Asian girls are just naturally skinny. Asian girls are naturally skinny fat. Coming from an Asian girl, most Asian girls are skinny fat, unless they're so skinny to the point where they can't even be skinny fat, which happens with every race. This transcends race. But most Asian girls are skinny fat because most of them don't work out, because most of them are considered to be in shape, even though they're really not. But just because they're more slender and people think they're in shape, but they're really not. That's why a lot of Asian girls, they look really small, but then they'll be like, kind of soft around the arms or poochy around the stomach. I really like a toned, athletic looking body. I've done sports for my whole life, and so I've always really envied a body that looks like it's not gonna break. And I've always loved the look of, flat tummy with abs. And so let's begin. And the first question I get asked all the time is about food cravings. People will message me saying, oh, I really want to eat really healthy, but I'm really hard time resisting chocolate, ice cream, whatever it is that you really like. First off, let me say that it takes the average person about 2 weeks to stop hunger cravings or food cravings for a particular food. I used to really like soda, but I never drink it anymore. But that used to be one of my vices, I guess. Now I just really like boba, but I feel like everything in moderation is okay. It's better to eat really healthy and eat a little bit of the bad stuff rather than try to deny yourself all the bad stuff and then end up binge eating on something really unhealthy. Just, make sure you control your portion sizes. Don't have it all the time. If you eat ice cream, just have a really small, tiny bowl full, like one of those dipping sauce bowls, something very small, controlled. Maybe limit yourself to half a cookie at most, or one cookie, whatever it is. And I think that helps a lot with food cravings, but just know that takes about 2 weeks for food cravings to go away. Next question I get asked most commonly is target fat loss. I've addressed this before, but it's actually physically impossible to lose fat from just one place on your body. You can build up certain muscle groups. If I wanted to build up my arms, to get super yoked arms or super buff abs, you can target muscle groups to build up, but you can't target fat loss. Everyone deposits their fat in different places. I have some friends that have super ripped bellies, but then they just have softer arms just because that's how their body works. And the only way that they would be able to have really, really skinny arms is if they got even skinnier than they already are, which probably wouldn't be a very good look on them. Like me, for example, I have really toned legs, but then I do have a little bit of a butt. And butts give you a little bit of a thigh, and then thighs inevitably give you a little bit of a thicker leg. And there's only one way I can have skinny twig legs, and the only way I can have skinny twig legs is if I get so skinny to the point where I'm like 92 pounds, size 22, 23, and it's a really bad look on me. I don't really like it. I'm comfortable with what I am now, and so everyone's body just deposits their fat in different places. It's not anything that you do. That's how you are. See, for girls, you kind of have to decide, is, losing fat from my one place that bothers me a lot going to compromise everything else? Because it will, because it's going to compromise, your cup size, all those things. So that's something to think about. Next question I get asked most commonly is about motivation. People message me saying, I really want to go to the gym, but I'm not motivated. I don't know how you get to the gym every day. Like, what is it that you do that motivates you? So this was always a hard question for me to answer because I felt like nothing that I said would actually really make a difference. And the reason why I say that is because everyone has their own reasons to be motivated. It's like with everything in life. It's either important enough to you that you make time and the energy to do it, or it's not important enough to you. And if it's not important enough to you, then no matter what, sooner or later along the line, no one's going to be able to push you except yourself. No one can force you to do anything but yourself. So if you yourself don't care enough to go, then you're not going to go. And everyone has their own reasons for motivation. My reasons personally, quite a few reasons. The first reason would definitely obviously be for the physical aspect, confidence. If you are comfortable in your own skin, you're comfortable in your clothing, you feel good about yourself when you walk out the door, then life's a lot different. Your interactions with people, everything will change. Your entire day, just all those little things. And so that's one reason why. Another reason why is, like I said, I come from an overweight family. Most of my family is obese, as well as diabetic. So that is another reason why I work out. And also just for a stress reliever, natural, happy chemicals in your brain, endorphins, It makes you feel a lot better when you're mad and you just take a run. It makes everything a lot better, kind of like a hot shower. Most commonly asked question by far is about my current workout routine and diet. So I don't really like calling what I do a diet, but I eat about 5-6 times a day, every 3 hours, smaller meals. I have a very high fiber diet in particular because I have a really bad digestive system. Lots of fruits and veggies. I'll show you guys kind of a shopping trip I did. So this is what Groceries looks like pretty much every week, give or take a few things. So pretty much everything I eat at home consists of what you see on the table. For breakfast, I usually eat some oatmeal. I'll smash up a banana or two inside and it gives it a little bit of flavor and sweetness. And then, you know, hard-boiled an egg, and I'll eat just the egg whites. I hate egg yolk. I just don't think it tastes good. Like, I like eggs scrambled together, but I don't like egg yolk by itself. It's just gross. I found a watermelon at H Mart. Watermelon is one of my favorite Chinese soups of all time. I've been in a really big cooking mood, but watermelon soup is so delicious. You guys should really try it if you guys have never tried it. I always get a good variety of greens. I always get some spinach and some salad. For the spinach, I'll eat it either as salad leaves or I'll use it and just steam it. I'll just throw it into things that I'm cooking at the time. Got some raspberries, some tofu, some Greek yogurt. I love snacking on Greek yogurt later in the day because it actually is higher in protein. And so what that means is that it's going to keep you full for longer. So for one of my 5 or 6 meals a day, I'll just eat one of these and I'll eat a bunch of veggies or fruit, whatever. Chobani is probably my favorite, closely followed by Phage, and there's another one that's called Go Greek or something. That one's pretty good too, but the Phage one I noticed is just a little bit chunkier and thicker, so if you don't like how yogurt tastes, you're probably not gonna like this one. I've got some zucchini. I like to cook that with some lemon pepper in a non-stick pan, and it's really, really good. Chinese broccoli, so good steamed or boiled. Bananas, edamame, really fun to just boil and snack on. White peaches, which are like my favorite thing of all time. And then I got all this pre-marinated meat just because I went to the Korean market the other day, or this morning, and I love this stuff because it's really good and it's really flavorful. So yeah, there you guys go. That's pretty much what I did. And all of you guys are gonna be like, oh, that's so boring. But then when I go out and eat, I honestly eat whatever I want. I just don't go out very often to eat. I only eat out maybe 3 meals a week max. And whenever I'm home, I eat really healthy. But whenever I go out, I let myself eat whatever I want. Yeah, I also forgot I got a Korean melon. These are so yummy. It's kind of like, you eat it just like how you would a cantaloupe or anything like that. And they're really, really sweet and really good. Probably one of my most favorite Korean fruits next to slipseed grapes, which I see a lot in Korean markets as well. And I also got a bell pepper. Red bell peppers are the same thing as green bell peppers. They've just been on the vine longer. Really, really good for you. I love this fresh cooked anyway. I love to put it in salads. It just makes it a little bit less dull. Interesting. Of course I eat bad food once in a while. I don't make any pastas or bread like items or rice at home, but when I go out, that's honestly probably the food that I like the most. When I go out, I won't pay 10-14 bucks for a salad. I won't do it. I'll just eat, you know, my noodles. I love noodles. I think noodles are so good. Pastas, I love that stuff. But I don't eat out very often. I only eat out about 2 or 3 meals a week at the very, very most. And everything else what I eat is pretty much what I've shown you. I work out 4 to 5 times a week. 3 days a week I do weight training, and then 4 or 5 days I do cardio. So I do what's called high intensity interval training. What that is you alternate periods of low intensity cardio with high intensity cardio. It keeps your heart rate up, burns more calories, and it's less boring. That's another reason why I started doing that, because I got so bored. Because what happened was I would just sit there and run straight for forever, and you know, my body would happen, it would kind of give it a little bit of a roller effect. So to go against that, what I did is I started running uphill and then doing interval training, because it would kind of flatten out my butt when I would run, so running uphill alleviates that problem. But then, like I said, you kind of have to give and take a little. It does make my legs a little bit more stocky, so it really depends on what matters to you. But I mean, I never really have stick thin legs, like I said, unless I'm 92, 93 pounds, and so I don't really care. This is what I mean about my body. I build really chunky, heavy muscle, especially around my leg area. This whole thing is solid. You really can't grab skin. You can grab that much, but that's not a lot. So yeah, I just build really heavy muscle, but that's how my body has always been. I think a lot of it had to do with dance and just the muscle memory. My body never really forgot what it was like to dance. The reason why I don't really want to do a video showing exactly what I do or exactly how I do it is because my body is really different, like I said, from a lot of people's, and I've been kind of messing with my body for so long that I have a very good understanding of my body, and I know what I want, I know what's possible for it, and even if you worked out and did the same exact workout I did, probably wouldn't give you the results you wanted or work the same for your body, which is why I really suggest getting maybe a personal trainer the first few times you go to the gym, just because most people who work out often, they've all gone through this phase where they've gone to the gym a lot, but they never really saw results because all they did was just kind of like, oh, I'll hop on this machine, oh, I'll go on this machine, because you don't really know what you're doing, you don't really understand your body, and then once you kind of realize how to make your body look like how you want it to look, then it becomes a little bit easier. But that's why I haven't done a video showing that. Also because I don't want anyone to get hurt, and it's very easy to get hurt at the gym. You'd be surprised how many people injure themselves doing physical activities, and I'm lucky that I've never been hurt, but it's definitely very, very possible. And so yeah, that's it. That is my frequently asked questions video regarding weight loss, diet, exercise, all of that. I hope that was moderately helpful, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.